As you can see there, my name is Oscar Balseiro. I will be talking about someone else that today is not here, but is in our hearts, okay? And her name is Pilar, and she was working with me during all this project. And well, I will try. I know that I'm the last one talking here. You are so tired. It's been a long day. So I will focus more on the practical side, okay? I will try not to be too boring. I will try. I cannot promise, but I will try at least, okay? So let's go there. So, well, you can see I will be talking about my school, Pilar's school, the team, the story of our exchange, examples. You will see one of my girls talking. Well, I call them my girls, my students, yeah, and what comes next. So first, I work for the St. Joseph's Camberwell School. That's a very long name. You can see the name over there in London. And my colleague, her name is Pilar, and she works in Balseiro, Valencia, in Spain, okay? So all the way down, but through this collaboration, distance was not an issue at all. So the whole team, we have here Pilar, as I told you, myself, the bottom, we have Begoña, Barry from the University of Valencia, and we have Ellie with her mobile there. She doesn't want to miss even 1 second. And we were the super team, or we pretend that at least we were, okay, we believe that we were. So first thing, talking about personal relationships, I can tell you that how all this started. I have a colleague of mine in my school. He works just once a week with me. And he told me, look, I know one lady, she's from Spain as you are. And I thought, well, if she's from Spain, she must be so amazing, no? So give me her contact, you know? So he explained a little bit about the project. I thought it was interesting, so I called Ellie, and she was really willing to come to my school and explain everything face to face, okay? So she came to my school, she had a look around, she liked the school, at least she told me that she liked the school. I believed it, yeah. And she already saw, she saw the ICT room, the iPads, and all the research that we have there. And we were ready to start, okay? Emails, of course, important. The big blue button. I don't want to talk about this one more time because you know what it is right now. And WhatsApp. What can I say about WhatsApp? Okay, so every single day WhatsApp, you know, exchanging messages, keeping up to date all the time, and for us was the easiest way, you know, to keep in touch every single time that we did something. Importance of the context. Of course, it is important to know the resources that you can use at your school. For example, in my school, if I talk in that particular case, the ICT room doesn't have enough computers for everybody, okay? So we have one between two, but you always get a way to find how to sort it out, okay? We had many issues, and with the big blue button, the connection went wrong. With the Skype, it went wrong as well, so you will have to have a plan B. And the plan B was WhatsApp one more time, okay? I was holding my phone for 45 minutes just to show my students' faces there. And you must think that it was a very bad experience. It wasn't. I didn't have to go to the gym to do biceps for 1 month. So it was great, okay? I felt so fit, and my children were so happy. I have to say that the level of excitement there was really, really amazing. It was the first time. It was a small screen, but they didn't care at all. It was the first time that they had someone from somewhere else talking to them. They were like, I think sometimes too excited, yeah? So because every morning I get in on the door, not my house door, of course, in my office, Mr. Balseiro, when we're gonna do it again? Mr. Balseiro, can you check this answer? Mr. Balseiro, I said, no, I cannot. So forget about this. No, it's the opposite. I get so excited as well, you know, seeing that my students are so into this. Differences regarding resources and technology. Depending if you work for a private school, if it's you know, depending on the money that the school has, it's different. My school is just an average school, but I think that we did quite well for the resources that we have over there, okay? Challenges, many, as I told you, the connection sometimes goes wrong. You have to have a plan B, and just to be able to, because imagine how they will feel if after 2 or 3 weeks waiting for that meeting, you tell them, sorry guys, the connection is down, you cannot do it. You have to wait 2 more weeks. So you cannot do that, okay? So that's why we thought of, okay, let's use WhatsApp right now. Let's see if it works, and it worked. So happy with that. Okay. Of course, the size of the screen wasn't the right one, but they didn't care at all. Thinking and the solutions I told you, that's what that was one of the solutions we found. Tools. I'm not going to waste time one more time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you examples, okay? And I will show you the way I used Padlet. Let me go through this, okay? This is Padlet. So I don't know if you get to see, but underneath "Me encanta español," you have a crossed out word over there, okay? That's my work. When they make a mistake, I cross it out, okay? And if it's highlighted, the green color was the one that I chose, is the right way to say what they wanted to say. Sometimes I didn't understand, I have to ask them, please, can you tell me what you meant? Because so I just cross it out, I write the right sentence there, and they learn a lot from that. So next time they will do it properly, or maybe not. And I will do it one more time until they learn how they have to do it, okay? So that's the way I decided to use a Padlet. As you know, it's a virtual board, okay? And someone asked here before, I don't know if that person is here right now, that this is if this board is safe. It is completely safe. They know that we will be looking, we will be watching all the time, and everything is recorded. So if they do something that is not allowed there, they will be banned from this, and they know that. At least mine know that, and they never did anything wrong, never. Because in fact, I was every night at home just checking that everything was all right there, okay? I remember that one time, we have 3 different topics, was introducing each other. We did Christmas and we did Easter. And I remember that I told you, Eddie, I didn't like this post. They got a kind of a video from YouTube, and it has nothing to do with the topic, and I removed it. So I wrote something like, please guys, remember the topic is Easter. And it never happened again, never. I mean, it was a silly thing. Sometimes I kind of strict, but you have to be like that. It's a primary school, so you have to really be strict. Never happened again. So I think it's quite safe, to be honest, okay? Well, you have here examples about on Easter as well, chocolate everywhere, cookies, But it's very interesting because as you can see there, you will see sentences in Spanish, sentences in English. Why? My children are from London. Their Spanish is very basic, okay? So Padlet is the right way for them to write something basic because they can go to the internet before, they can check Google Translator. Okay, I think this is the right way to say that. They will write over there. If it's not right, I will be there to cross it out and to highlight the right thing to do there, okay? So, and the Spanish ones from Valencia wrote in English, okay? So they were kind of exchanging information, but in 2 different languages here. I don't want to wait. I don't want to talk about this just one more time. You know how it works. They have their own voices, recording messages in Spanish, and they loved it. Okay, and they get to choose how they want to look like. Okay, so if they want to be blonde, they will be blonde. If they want to be slim, they will be slim. They want to be handsome, they will be handsome. They want to be ugly, they will be ugly. So they really love it. And the fact that they have their own voice there, and you can even apply effect on the voices, and it's really, really, really good for them. They really enjoyed it so much. Examples, off we go. As I told you, we have a big blue button, and this is one of the examples on the topic of fallas. Fallas is a very popular festivity in Valencia. So, Begoña, I said it. Fallas, now you're happy, okay? They told me, Oscar, you don't live without talking about fallas, so you have it over here. And my children, of course, they didn't know anything about fallas. So for the first time, they knew something about this festivity in Spain. In exchange, they talked about Easter in Philippines and Easter in Nigeria. So for the Spanish teacher, the Spanish students was very interesting as well. Okay, you have more examples there. So the 2 of my students and 2 of Pilar's students as well. They were everything in English. As I told you, my students have Spanish with me 40 minutes a week, and it's a primary school. So their level of Spanish is really basic. Okay, so I always swap, like if we did Spanish this time, very basic level, next time it will be English, okay? More examples over here. We have this girl from Valencia, this boy, and my 2 girls, Boynet and Princess. And you will see Boynet, the Filipino girl, talking later for a few seconds, and she will explain how she feels about this boy. Because at the end, in the end, it's not the most important opinion comes from children. If they don't enjoy, they don't learn. we're wasting our time. Okay, so it's important to check on them and to see if they're really, really learning and they're really enjoying. And of course, if they enjoy and they don't learn, I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. So excitement and motivation on the part of the teachers. As I told you, for me, it's very exciting, of course, to see that my children every morning at 8:45, and I'm not a morning person at all, but I pretend that I am, and I smile. They knock on my door and they tell me, Mr. Balseiro, I did it. I say, okay, great. So you go to the classroom, and when I get to talk in a proper English right now, because I cannot talk at 8:45, we will talk about your sentence. So they work at home. I don't think the same way as some people think about working at home. I think that for me, working in the mainstream is really important, but sometimes they get extra work at home. Okay, you think that Spanish is only 40 minutes a week? They have English, they have math, they have science, they have plenty of things. And if I give something like, in addition, they will feel like it's too much, and I don't want that. I want them to enjoy and to feel, okay, this is optional. We will do it in the mainstream, and if not, if I want, I will do it at home. If not, Mr. Balseiro will find a way to do it during lunchtime or any other time. Okay. So as I told you, very excited. And WhatsApp conversations, I already told you about this. We always keep in touch, because you always need your coaches to, Ellie, can you tell me something about this? How do you think that it will work better? Or Begonia, or even my colleague, the one who is not here, Pilar. So WhatsApp is really, really a useful tool for us. Okay. So now you have examples here, WhatsApp conversations between us. I'm glad that you cannot understand them, and I'm not going to translate them. No, they are nice conversations. It's about how excited we feel after what the children did. This one was after a video conference, I think it was. Okay, yeah, it was after that. So we just commented like it was so great. They behaved themselves so well, because the behavioral issue is there as well. No? And one thing that I wanted to say is like at the beginning, in the very beginning, when I thought about starting this project, I said to myself, okay, let's pick up the clever ones. Let's pick up the well-behaved ones. But I have to tell you that you never know what is going to happen. You never know, because they get very into this, and maybe they don't like maths, they don't like English, but suddenly they love this. And the result that you get from them is just amazing. I have some examples. I'm not going to name them because it doesn't make sense at all. But I can tell you that I have at least 2-3 children who are not well behaved at all, and they're just the best ones, working all the time and asking for more and more and more all the time. Okay. So more conversation here. Okay, just celebrating how good everything went. You know that we're Spanish. We always celebrate everything. We need a reason to celebrate. This lady's looking at me telling me, Oscar, 3 minutes. And she's giving me a very bad look. So I will rush myself right now. Okay, so now Begonia will play the video I told you. Her name is Wynette. It's just 26 seconds long.
In Spain, they have a celebration in Easter called Fallas. And also I've learned some...
Sorry, 1 second. Can you make it a bit louder? Yeah. Aja, can you do it like that? Yeah, I will do it again. Well, this is my room. It's library plus my room. So sometimes you have to be flexible, and you have to find a way to do things. So here I have a smart board, and it was the easiest way for me to do this. So I'm going to play it right now. Yeah, off we go.
I've learned that in Spain they have a celebration in Easter called Fallas. And also I've learned some new words in our Spanish lessons, like La Plaza. And also I've learned that that in Spain people don't really understand the English language and they interpret words for different words.
Okay, so it counts because, of course, you always link your lesson with the next activity that we have with Checola, okay? So we talk about the plaza because they need to know that when they celebrate las fallas, it doesn't happen at home. It happens in La Plaza del Pueblo, or it happens in somewhere else outside, okay? So they get extra vocabulary, basic vocabulary as well, and they will apply that vocabulary after, okay? And well, about what she said about people, in Spain, not being able to speaking Spanish and English, I'm so sorry, I don't agree, okay? So So here we have two more girls, lovely girls. Okay, as you can see, most of my children are African, Filipino, South American. More than 80% of my children have English as a second language. 85%, 84%. Okay, so for them, it's like about respecting each other. I mean, they speak Filipino, but they're learning one more language. They know the feeling of living in another country, a foreign country, where the language is not the main one. So they're really respectful. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. What comes next, guys? The virtual world. I didn't have time to do it. I will do it in May. Okay. We did the Padlet. We did the Blickwood Button. We did what else we did? Volky, and this is the next step. I cannot tell you how they're feeling about this. So they really want to do it. Okay, their children, they are not like me. That when I was a child, I never had things like that. You know, for me, it's like you remember those video games where you had a kind of a point that was crashing into something, and that was my video game. For them, this is something that's really, really normal for them. So they're really, really willing to do it, and just crazy about the idea of getting into this virtual world. Okay. Of course, about one more thing. We were talking about secondary school all the time, and my school is primary. Of course, what you saw before with Ellie doesn't apply to my children. They cannot listen to a song in Spanish and to understand, yes, stop. You're going to show me stop, and I know that comes now, so please don't do it. Okay, so what we do is we will adapt the content here. So we were working on colors, we were working on food, we were working on La Plaza, as when it said. So always depending on the level that they have, okay? It doesn't make sense to take my children into the virtual world if they will understand nothing at all, okay? I think that I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you so much. If you have some questions, please don't ask. No, I'm sorry, you can ask.